Everybody, thanks for joining me for this week's question and answer video. I'm David, I'm a life coach, and I'm here hopefully to help you guys heal from your trauma. Learn about your experience, what happened to you. So please ask questions, okay? I do this every single Monday. I'm answering questions from the last video, last Monday. Please go down into the comment section, ask me anything you want, and I'll answer them next Monday. Thank you. And I'd really appreciate it if you guys think that I'm benefiting you, could help somebody else, you think this information is beneficial at all, I'd appreciate your support. Subscribing to the channel, voting up, down, commenting down below, share this with somebody else. Thank you. All right, so I like to make suggestions every week. This week, I'm going to suggest something for you guys to do. I hope that will spark many more interests in other things in your life. Cooking. Cooking is one of the very few absolute beneficial things you can do to heal from trauma. I'm not kidding. It helps your brain heal from trauma. Cooking. Look it up. So those of you who already know how to cook, maybe get back into it. Try to learn more dishes, stuff like this. Those of you who don't know how to cook very much or have always wanted to, now's the time to try, right? There's possibly a global recession right now. Money's a little tight, okay? You're not going to save money by eating out. Cook. Cook at home. It's good for you. It's good for your brain. It's healthier. You get to decide what goes in your body. You get to decide what goes in your family's body if you cook for your family, or maybe we should start. But it's just the most social thing we've done throughout history. You share food with somebody, you cook with somebody, you break bread together, yeah? And it is a great way to learn about different culture, okay? I was a bartender many years ago. I used to bartend. And I was way into it. I got all these different certifications and knowledge on spirits and pairing food with just all this different stuff and wine and stuff. And I used to love to entertain and maybe bring out some spirit liquor and give them a little history lesson and then cook food that's appropriate to that spirit and play the music. And it's just a great excuse to have people over, okay? And it makes you a little bit more well-rounded. And diving into food is the one way to learn about other culture, okay? So it's just a great social thing, and it's healthy, and it helps you heal from trauma. An interest that may, be sparked in your life that excites you again, okay? So cook. I'll put in some links to how to cook, cooking basics, things like this, all right? And especially, like I said, with the economy, save money. I can't believe it. I'm not going to name the restaurants. I'm talking some of the cheapest restaurants known to Americans. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Meals costing $10, $20, $40. I mean, it's just, you can go cook and eat for $3, healthy, and something you like, with nobody else hands on it, getting you sick. Pretty cool. That's my recommendation. Cook. It's just good for so many different reasons. Okay, let's get into the questions. Lots of questions this week. I hope I got them all. If I ever miss someone's questions, please let me know. Okay, sometimes I miss questions. Sometimes I just miss it. It's an accident. And if I do, I encourage all of you to please ask again. I appreciate when you do. Thank you. All right. Willa, just being Willa. Hi, Willa. Happy 4th of July, David. Great video. Just say no for a day. That's a really good idea. I'll try this. How easy was it? How difficult was it for you, Willa? How did it go? It's something I recommend to people. It's a good way to know where your boundaries are. For 24 hours, say no to everybody, no matter what they ask. And if you want to take it a step further, no apologies, no excuses. Oh, I can't, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't have enough money because of this or that. No, just no. No, thank you. I like no, thank you. Nessa from the United Kingdom. I cannot wait to follow David on Instagram. Always helpful videos. Hi, David. I'm in a very happy relationship finally. Congratulations. You deserve it. I hope that this person treats you very good. Yeah, let us know. And thank you. And I'm looking forward to see you on Instagram too. Jennifer Ellis from United Kingdom. Hi, Jennifer. David, could you say a few words on becoming our own responsive parent? What do we do to become this? What are our basic needs? So, unconditional love. Might be the only time we ever give it to somebody. Might be the only time we ever receive it is from ourselves. Okay? No matter what anybody, no matter what, anyone in the world, as long as you love yourself unconditionally, okay, that's how we begin to take care of ourselves. Okay? So it doesn't matter what mistakes we make. It doesn't matter what failures we have. It doesn't matter if we hurt somebody. Okay? We have to accept this, forgive ourselves, and try not to do it again if that upsets us. Our basic needs, our most important are emotional needs. Physical needs, we know what those are. We've got primary, secondary, tertiary needs. Okay, and a lot of these are instinctual, believe it or not. We instinctively, maybe not so much anymore, but we instinctively know not to drink still water or get us sick. We know to put food in our mouth when we're hungry. We know to get out of the rain and cold and cover ourselves, okay? Pretty basic. Learning skills on how to do that from our parents could help us more, but nowadays it's, you know, school, education, job, things like this. Give us these things. What's the most important in our life are our emotional needs, okay? And a lot of you guys probably don't know even what those are, which is really sad. Think about that. A lot of you don't know what the most important thing in your life is. If you don't know, how could you get it? How could you receive it? It's usually about 10 that people hold importance. They may vary a little bit, sometimes be a little different between men and women. Women tend to be more mature, care about things like this more. But there are some very basics that for any relationship to function at all, they must be met. And relationships determine our comfort and our happiness and our stress levels. Most important are relationships, not work. Nope, relationships. Relationships are great and thriving. Work problems go down. I promise. And so we need emotional security. We need people in our lives to understand and help us feel that they won't leave us, that they'll be there for us even when we're down, that they won't betray us and talk bad about us and share private, secretive things with other people. We need someone to care about our body and our emotions and what it's doing, have emotional attention. We need to be emotionally connected with people, okay? We have to have emotional connection with others. We need emotional privacy and emotional autonomy, and we need friends and intimacy, and we need meaning and purpose in our life, and we need to be involved in groups, activities, stuff like this. Most important in our life. Anytime I hear somebody say, oh, I don't need those things, and you don't know yourself, okay, and your life has been miserable, and it will continue to be miserable. If you think you don't need emotional security, and I've heard this, I've taught somebody exactly what these are, and they've said, no, I'm going to go back to my ex. I don't need it. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, but you came to me to get better, and you're going to just repeat the same things that make you feel worse. And so these are things that are taught to us. We need to learn how to meet our needs. And we aren't born knowing. There's nothing instinctual about it at all. This is something that we've become through evolution, social creatures. Totally because of each other is why we're even alive. And so we learn how to meet our needs, and number one skill would be communication, okay? And I've noticed that hand in hand, people that never have their emotional needs met also seem to be pretty bad at communicating this, okay? So we have teachers that need to teach us this, and if they failed us, then we need to still learn, okay? And it's not easy. Relationships aren't easy, but we have to have them. Vital to our life, vital to our survival. We cannot survive without it. Okay? I hope I answered your questions. Let me know, Jennifer. Thank you. Salema from France. Hi, Salema. My dad blamed me too many. My dad blamed me too for many things that went wrong in the family, but he did it covertly. It's amazing if parents would blame a child for family issues. Interesting. All of a sudden, you're the parent. That's like a president saying, oh, I know that there's all these problems, nothing I can do about it. It's your fault. You guys need to stop spending money, and you stop making money, and you need to stop doing this, that. It's kind of what's happening. For years, I just accepted all their BS. Then I learned that they had their share of responsibility. And later that they actually were much more responsible than I was. as they were the adults at the time the problems emerged in the family. Now I realize that despite I have no contact with my family, I still blame myself for everything that happens, or I blame other people. It's all new to me. I did not know I could be that bad blaming people, maybe because it only happened in my mind without being fully aware of it. This is how I can spot the part in me that blames people. What can I do to stop blaming people? Stop doing it. Okay? I know it sounds funny, but we got to try to stop doing it. How do we stop doing that? Being more mindful. What's going on? What's going on? Anytime I'm blaming somebody, right? What am I doing? You accuse me and I blame somebody else. So I'm just always taking the attention off of me. Okay? And you learn this, Selema, in your family. Sounds like your family has codependent behaviors, and that means I'm not going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on you. I can't manage my life. I'm going to try to manage yours. I don't know how to fix mine, so I'm going to blame you. I'm going to project my feelings onto you for you to handle them and take care of them. I'm going to scapegoat you so I don't have to deal with my issues and problems, okay? And so you've learned to do this. And you've learned to take on too much, and you can't handle it, and you don't know what to do with it, and so you blame and shift it onto somebody else, okay? Now, there's a lot going on here. Blaming behaviors, being mindful of what we're doing. So what do you want to do next time? What would you like to do if you have a problem? What would you like to do if someone accuses you? Someone points something out to you? What would you like to do if somebody hurts you? I mean, how do you want to react? So figure all that out first and know this and keep it in mind, mindful. Next time, to the point where you're waiting for that opportunity for someone to tell you you did something or blame you, and you just, I'm sorry. And so a lot about this is acceptance, okay? If I'm not allowed to fail, and I'm not allowed to do something wrong or be bad or anything, if I'm not ever allowed to make a mistake, just be totally perfect all the time, yeah, guess what? That's not going to happen, and then I'm going to have to blame somebody else to stay perfect, okay? So acceptance. Start accepting things, looking back in your life. Even people that hurt you in abusive relationships, what's your part? Because we can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. And look what happens when you blame. You're just giving control to somebody else. You're just handing it over. Here you go. You control me. Okay? So I try to never let somebody change who I am. Not let somebody change how I feel. Not ever let them, or I compromise my values and how I treat people. And I value respect. And so I'm trying to be respectful. So you wouldn't point out somebody's problems, just because, right? But you might do it if it has to do with you and you get this feeling. So just start accepting things. Try to start accepting things in your past. Failures, mistakes, treating people badly. And just say, it's okay, Selema, we've all done it. Okay, we've all done it. We've all hurt somebody. We've all failed and we've all made mistakes. And all of us are going to continue to do this. And we just need to learn from it. It feels bad. It doesn't feel good to blame somebody else. As you take on things, somebody can sit there and accuse me of stuff, and you did this, and just say, okay, all right, okay, great. I'm sorry, without having to blame somebody, without being self-righteous all the time. Okay. This is inner work that we do, hopefully with someone else, a professional that'll help you slowly. This takes time. This stuff takes time. You're not going to break this overnight. You've been programmed, okay? So your brain goes to what it knows all the time. And so try to go slower, slow. You don't ever have to react. You don't have to come up with a reaction right away, okay? Somebody says something, okay. You're not taking it on. If somebody accuses me of something, I say, okay, I'm not saying I did it. Just let them feel better. Sometimes it feels better to just get all mad and accuse somebody and then go, wait a minute, no. It's actually my fault. I hope I helped you. Let me know. Keep asking questions. Thank you. And Scott, don't know where you're from. Scott McCone, let us know next time. Thanks. Oh, that's all I ask. Just give me your locations. Tell us where you are. I've only had 3 dreams about my narc, possibly borderline ex-business partner. They've been recent. One had a tense vibe. We ignored each other in a small crowd, but the other 2 touched on a sense of missing work with him. I still recognize he's an asshat when I'm awake. Is the dream a way of admitting I once cared about this person and or a final stage of letting go of the anger? Very curious what you think. Well, Scott, it sounds like you're grieving, okay? And we get confused with grieving sometimes when it's grieving somebody that we are mad at or that hurt us, or someone we never really cared for in the beginning, a type of person we can't stand, somebody we aren't even that close to. So Scott, if I don't know anybody in my personal life, and I work 12 to 15 hours a day, go home, sleep, come back to work, and the only person at work is my boss. It's just my boss and me. He needed help and he hired me, and we work together in a business, in a building, and we don't deal with customers or anything, employees. It's just me and this boss all the time, every day. And this boss is a total jerk. This boss, it totally is the opposite of everything I think and everything I like and everything I value. Totally opposite. But I stay there. The money's good. He's okay enough so I can handle it. And then he dies. And I'm going to miss him. And I can't stand him. He goes against every fiber in my body. And he mistreated me, and he owes me money. Didn't pay me. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to miss him. That's all I know. That's all I talk to. He took up massive space and time in my life. This business partner, okay, you guys had a business together. I know what that's like, and you're married to it. So how much of your other life were you spending time with? How much time are you spending with your wife or your girlfriend or your children or your friends and your social life? Was it all just work with this other person? You guys had a future planned, yeah? You guys had a big plans for a future and the business succeeding, and you're going to do this and that. Now it's all gone. It's all gone, and it's lost. And it took up a lot of space and time, and it's now gone, Scott. So first recommendation, replace that loss with something else, okay? Replace it with something else, all right? And allow yourself to grieve. It doesn't mean you love him. It doesn't mean you admire him. It doesn't mean you want him back in your life, okay? It's an emotion. Just accept it. Feel it, express it, tell people, write it down, describe it. It'll go away. You won't miss him forever. Okay? Thanks, Scott. Good luck. Michelle Knapp. YouTube viewers need you. Hope you stay on. You are extremely helpful. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Thank you. Sergeant Muffin Badger. Yeah, this is all accurate. Stockholm Syndrome and trauma bond are similar. I have several dreams about her of the good times, and man, is that a mind blow. But slowly getting better emotionally and mentally. Occasionally miss her though, even when I shouldn't. What does that matter? That sounds like somebody else. Yeah? Is that your dad or your mom? Saying you shouldn't. Oh, you miss her? You shouldn't. Why would you miss her? I hate her. She's just bad for you. Because I spent every single waking moment and day and minute because we're so codependent and a mess and just yeah, and I fixed every problem for her. And I invested even when I didn't want to. I just kept investing in her in this relationship, and now she's gone. Oh, just stop thinking about her. I mean, come on, man. That's like watching a house burn down and say, don't think about it. Here's another home. What? There's people that miss prison. I was just thinking of a movie. What was that? It doesn't matter because it's fiction. This is true. People miss prison long enough. They do. Okay? Even though you shouldn't. How about even though you don't want to? Maybe you don't want to miss her, but you do. Okay? And emotions stay open until we express them. Hopefully maybe just this helps a little bit. Tell somebody else. Accept it. Telling somebody else helps you accept how you feel. Especially if they validate it. I'm sorry you're missing her. That sucks. Much better than mom or dad. Well, you shouldn't. Don't tell them. Hi, David. It's Slema from France again. Hi, Slema. I can see myself a little more accurately. It's as if my brain sets on another frequency, like a radio or TV, and I am on automatic pilot. It's not me talking. I just behave as people want me to. I can see it now. So yes, I need some exercise. Saying no for 24 hours is a very good idea. Thank you. Here's another one. Please tell me what you think about it. I noticed that when I walk in my town, I am in reverie. And if I meet someone I know, and if that person is very intrusive, I fall into the trap and take the bait, as I'm not fully awake from my reverie. So I come up with the idea of not talking with people, even if I know them in the street. So your solution is to ignore everyone, even people you know in the street. How's that working out for you? Brad Pitt just came out saying he's got the disorder where he can't remember people's faces. Brad Pitt is in his 50s, and he's coming out publicly saying, gosh, I think I don't remember people's faces, and he's concerned about people's reaction. Hey, Brad, you've known Brad for many years, haven't seen him in a year or 6 months, and he just goes like this. And maybe that's how people are going to feel with you. Slammer, you can do whatever you want. What is it that you want first? Do you want to talk to people and say hi and convert with them and they be nice to you and not be too intrusive? Let's start there and learn how to do that. Okay? So it doesn't matter what somebody does. Doesn't matter what they ask. Doesn't matter what they want. Doesn't matter how they feel. Doesn't matter about, none of it matters. It only matters how you feel. What you want. What you need. Okay? And what you value. And that's where the respect and honesty comes in. If that's what you value. Salema. So we tell people honestly, please, I don't want to answer that. We get so caught up, Salema, in other people's reactions and feelings and emotions because we've prior experiences, we don't know what to do, and we're responsible for people's emotions and stuff like this. And so we just got to take little baby steps, okay? We got to learn boundaries. Boundaries. It's so obvious. You also might be dissociating a little bit. The reverie that you're in sometimes might be a little dissociating, very common amongst us. It's okay. I'm just maybe. But this is another case, Slema, of what do you want and how do you want to get it. So when someone does this, what do you want to do? We've got to be prepared beforehand. Because if we're not very good at this, we're definitely going to be worse right on the spot. Getting caught off guard, not thinking about it, right? So what do you want to do if somebody asks a question that's too intrusive? Oh, I'm not comfortable talking about that right now. That's one way. If somebody is too intrusive about talking about my money, I say, please don't talk about my money. David, can I have this? David, I want this. Do you have it? Don't talk about my money, please. Thank you. No, thank you. Oh, I don't really want to talk about that right now. You smile, nice. You're not responsible for their emotions. Okay? You're responsible for your actions. That's something we got to really understand. That if I did something to hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. You still have to take care of your feelings. There's nothing I can do about your feelings. I'm going to apologize for my actions. If I want to do something differently next time, I will. If I think how I handled it was okay, but it made them cry. I mean, if I break up with somebody, it may not be any right way to do it so they don't cry. But what I have to do is be honest and do it. So I'm really sorry it's just not working out because of this and these issues that I feel I just can't accept and we can't fix and get through and it's just over. I'm really sorry. I love you though. Still care about you, So what else can I do? Give them money and ice cream and you know what I mean? It's just, they got to take care of themselves. And I got to be responsible for my behaviors. They're responsible for their emotions. You're responsible for how you handle it. So, Slema, I don't want to talk about it right now. What's wrong with that? There's nothing, right? You're just worried about their emotions and their reaction, what they'll do. If you do it once and it's okay, it'll get easier. And most likely it will be okay because you're not around toxic a-holes anymore. Okay? Good luck. Mindful. What do you want to do when someone does it? Emily, when you are unhappy, look happy so they don't get annoyed with you. Keep them happy so that they don't get angry and treat you badly. And that's how you feel really bad. That's how you lose yourself. Remember, here's my hand, right? You guys see me do this many times. Here's 5 major parts of your true authentic self. Okay? And if you interact with others this way, right? I need emotional security, attention, autonomy, privacy, friendship, things like this. Doing this, you won't get that. So you're not going to get what you need. Because you're not even communicating. You're not even telling them. You're just all for them. It's all one-sided. Okay? You're never going to get what you want. I think if you can't get what you need, you're not going to get what you want. It feels bad. It feels bad and doesn't feel better. Okay? Your values are self-respect, honesty, and integrity. If they are, you just compromised yourself, lost yourself. And here's your opinion. That's all you're left with, which you're not expressing. And soon enough, nobody's going to care. Where is Emily? Where are you? Closed mouths don't get fed. It's not everybody's job to make sure that you get what you want, get what you need, feel better. It's not. It's not. You know this isn't working, so we got to do something differently, okay? Little bits, little bits. Just, what do you want to do? Just try it. Try not to make someone happy. See how that goes. Try to make yourself happy. See how that goes. Jamit. Don't know where you're from. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Please let us know your location next time. Thank you. I have a question about the spiritual side of things in recovery. And before, I often felt helped by hidden hands. Any thoughts on the woo aspect? Seen some stuff. I seen some stuff. LOL. So Janet, these are personal experiences, and so I really don't have much an opinion or comment on them, because I've seen stuff in my life that somebody else will say, no, that's not possible. You're crazy. So this. So I don't know what to say to anybody personally about their personal experiences. I can say that people who have been neglected in their childhood, who have been abused and traumatized, okay? People who are suffering from trauma, prolonged. People who have been neglected by their parents. We tend to have sometimes magical thinking. We tend to be directed and guided by paranormal forces, you know, instead of reality. Okay, we tend to believe people a little easier, a little more, and get tricked and fooled a little more and a little easier, right? I wrote, this is such an important time to learn who we really are and what that means to you. And so these are all about self-discovery, okay? And so this is when you'll find, you know, think about it, when we leave our nest, 18, 19, 20, we're in our 20s, this is the time where we generally are exploring every little thing, right? Tarot cards and astrology and spirituality and religion, and I'm a Democrat. I think I'm a Republican. I'm conservative. I'm liberal. I'm Christian. I'm no religion. And so we're just discovering ourselves, and I encourage you to keep doing it, Janet. Okay? Keep doing it. See who you are, and see how this all works to the rest of the world and stuff. Okay? That's all you're doing, and it's okay. It's okay. Your experiences are your experiences, and I don't know what to say about them. I'm not going to say they're true or false or anything. They're your experiences, and I would never do that to people. Yeah, I think it's a sensitive topic and issue for a lot of us, because a lot of us take these things that I just said very, very seriously, and I'm not trying to make light of them at all. I'm not. If you guys are interested in these things, that's wonderful. Okay? And but I have to be honest, and I'm being direct, and I'm saying that a lot of us are susceptible to these things sometimes, okay? To con artists. I've seen a lot of people, victims like us, be tricked, fooled, and conned. A lot. Not just by their husband or boyfriend. People on the street, insurance scammers, phone calls, emails. I've just seen it so much, okay? So just be careful. Be careful. There's a lot of people out there that trick and fool and lie and scam in all of these topics I just brought up, okay? But ask me something else if you want about it. I'm fine talking about it. But they're your experiences, and they're personal and private, and I really don't have much to comment on it. Pretty cool. I've experienced some things. I've experienced cool things. I don't know what they are, you know. I think I've seen unidentified flying objects. That's all. I don't know what they were. Nothing that we know of. I think I've seen, you know, balls of light before, stuff like this. Okay. I hope I helped you. Thanks. Let me know. Traveling Man from Louisiana. David, thank you for your comment and responses to everyone. You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, it was the death of a family member. And no, there wasn't any physical altercation. All she says is, so your girlfriend has been accusing you of causing her depression and breaking her down. She says you broke her down in ways nobody should be broken. And it's the sole cause for her anxiety and depression. But that's all she says, nothing more. It doesn't tell you why or how. What did I do? And she can't answer it. She makes me feel so hated. This is a wild roller coaster ride. On the positive side, I think, although it hurts, once I stood up to her and said I wanted my belongings back in manipulation games to end, she put my stuff out, blocked me on social media, and initiated no contact. Thank you for interacting with me. You're awesome. Well, thank you. So does that mean it's over? Because I just want to say, if somebody makes you feel bad all the time and doesn't apologize, maybe stop talking to them. That's the best way to feel better. I promise. Someone's accusing you of something all the time and it feels bad, stop talking to them. I've had people accuse me of stuff I didn't do. Tried to defend myself, didn't work, felt bad, felt worse. Stop looking, stop talking to them, feel great. And there, let them feel miserable. Let her feel miserable. Let her feel depressed and anxious, and let her blame. And all that means is I'm not going to look at myself, I'm not going to get better, and it's somebody else's responsibility to take care of. Yeah. The only person I would deal with that kind of problems would be children that I don't have. Jennifer from United Kingdom. David, can you say a few words on sleep deprivation with the narc? How they deliberately make us lack sleep. Their actions towards us causing more trauma, keeping us sleep deprived. Now, you'll have toxic people that just need your attention, right? Borderline, histrionic, narcissist, sociopath, psychopath. These are people that just want your attention all the time. If I'm awake, you be awake. If I'm hungry, you're hungry. Then we get into like codependency, right? If I feel bad, you feel bad. If I'm upset, you're upset. If I'm happy, you're happy. So they will keep you awake. I like the, I'm just going to start a fight at 9, 10 o'clock at night. That's going to continue till 4 or 5 in the morning until you're just begging and begging, please, please let me sleep. Please. We've talked about this over and over again, and we're not getting anywhere. And it's 4 in the morning. I have to work tomorrow. I have to work in 4 hours. Let me go to bed. Please. Oh, you would. You just don't care. What are we going to figure out right now? What are we going to solve and fix? At 4:30 a.m., what? That we couldn't fix in 6 hours. We started at 10, it's 4:30, and now you want to try to fix this problem. Now we're going to fix it. We can't just wait till I get home from work. They just want attention. They're freaking miserable. And the more you give, the more it just keeps going and going and going. I've had so many of those nights. Oh my God. Where you're trying hard and they're hardly trying. And you're asking questions and they're giving you half answers. And then they're upset and accusing you of stuff and you try to fix it and they won't help you. And it's just, oh my God. Then you have the ones that are doing it on purpose. Then you have the ones that are literally trying to break you down. Sleep being a primary need. Without it, you die. Without it, you go crazy. Easier to gaslight, manipulate, twist you around. They'll walk by and just tap your foot. Elbow you every time they wake up on purpose. Fake snoring. Oh yeah, I've heard it all. I've heard it all. I may just make a separate video about this. Let me know what you think. What's your experience with this? And Salema, again, hi Salema. You said you get angry and tired with your reading clubs, but you know some people are good in these groups. Maybe you just need a break. Yeah, take a break. Tomorrow you go for a 2-day trip with your son. Enjoying the sea, visit some nice places, clean your home, take care of yourself, and just have a break with the reading clubs. Not stop them through this impulsivity wants to do, David. Did you notice that impulsivity makes us burn the bridges instead of just stepping back? Yes. Impulsivity. Due to instability, emotional instability, not knowing who we are. If I don't know who I am, I make quick decisions that really screw me over. If I have fear of abandonment, massive fear of abandonment, and then you don't provide any emotional security and you're off and running and I don't know where you are, I feel more and more unstable and I do something compulsive like break up with you. Call you up, want to break up, like, oh shoot, I didn't want to break up with them. I was just afraid that they're going to leave me. That's the biggest behaviors from massive fear of abandonment. Being compulsive and breaking up with you first. And then they want you back. Right? It doesn't matter, not just borderlines. Narcissist, the fear of abandonment. You leave me. So I'm going to break up with you. Out of the freaking blue, too. Out of something, for something you didn't even do. For wanting to leave them. And you don't want to leave them. David, instead of being upset, does your brain heal faster if you think blessings to them? This is what Salt and Sugar asked. Why not? So, we can choose to be negative or we can choose to be positive. That's our choice, okay? So when someone's being negative, they're choosing that. And when someone's being positive, they're choosing that. May not be aware, but they are. And so, positivity is going to help you all the time, no matter what. And that doesn't mean denial. I'm not talking denial, which is the new form of therapy today. Don't talk about that. Oh, don't talk about that. Look forward. Look in the future. Only be positive. Yeah, that's life, right? That's reality. So all the negative things in life, I'm just going to pretend they're not there. Didn't happen. I mean, you deny something happened to you, you are literally rejecting yourself. Something happened to me. It felt bad. I don't like it. Oh, no, didn't happen. Never mind. All this is gone. And it doesn't disappear. Yeah, why not? Why not? I'll tell you this. If somebody's talking really bad about their ex, most likely they need to heal. If someone can say, my ex abused me, but it's okay, I wish the best for them. How's that sound? Which is which? Yeah? Which one do you want to be? Your choice. When you're ready. Jennifer Ellis. David, what is the difference of flattery versus a compliment? Well, it's just overdoing it. And being genuine. I don't think flattery is genuine. Flattery makes me think you want something, doesn't it? Oh, look at you. You're so great, so beautiful, so handsome, strongest ever. I mean, you know, putting someone up on a pedestal, you're the most, the best, these kinds of things, jeez. It doesn't feel good. If you're starving for attention and don't know who you are, it may feel good. If you don't want just massive attention and you already know who you are, you don't need someone to tell you all the time and go overboard because you feel bad or something. But a compliment feels good, and a compliment feels good giving it. Right? How does it feel to flatter someone? How does it feel to give a compliment? Right? Is it easier to be genuine and flatter someone, or is it easier to be genuine and give someone a compliment? Right? I think a flattery is things that aren't really you anyway. Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so tall. Oh, you're so strong. Oh, you're so... Who cares, dude? Who cares? I don't hear much flattery of, oh, you're so honest. Oh, you have so much integrity. Oh, you have so much, you're just so loyal. You're so respectful. You have so much self-respect. Oh, it's kind of hard to flatter someone that way, isn't it? You're very respectful. Thank you. It's a compliment. In my answer, I flattered you. To show you. Alex Jones. I have it, and I want to die, and I can't meet anyone. I'm isolated. Alex, I don't know what you have. Sounds pretty bad, and I'm really sorry. There's typically help for everybody, and we all need help. Okay, Alex, I don't know what it is. If I can help you here, ask a question in today's video down there, and I'll try to help you. Okay? I'm sorry, Alex. Isolation is killing you. I know, it does. All of you. Don't isolate. I'm sorry, Alex, I don't know what to say to you to help you right now, except there probably is help for you if you want it. Okay? Jennifer again. Hi, Jennifer. Enjoyed it as usual. Do you go swimming, David? Do you like to swim? I felt so free and emotional. I'm booked for Thursday again. Thank you for all you do. Jennifer Ellis, United Kingdom. I love swimming. Love it, love it, love it. I've always loved swimming. I took every swimming lesson as a kid, and I was a lifeguard for 2 summers, 14 and 15 or 15 and 16 years old. I went without a pool for 2 years, just got another one. And I love to swim, exercise, just different strokes, 100 laps, sit there and float, try to deprivate and put my ears in the water and I can't hear anything, close my eyes and float. It is so good for you to do that, deprivation from stimulus. I run in the pool. I go in the shallow end and run back and forth. It's just an amazing workout. It's such a healthy workout compared to running and stuff. It's so much easier on all your joints, your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments. It's just so good for you. So good for you. Yeah, I do. Oh, and the beach is my favorite place in the world. Jennifer, so swim, everybody, swim. David, could you say a few words on Robert Firestone's voice therapy? Yes, I don't know what that is. I looked it up. He's been around for a while. And let's see if I... Oh, so here, this is what I looked up. It says, voice therapy was developed by Robert Firestone, PhD. Voice therapy is a cognitive, affective, and behavioral therapy that brings internalized negative thought processes to the surface with accompanying emotions, allowing clients to confront alien components of their personality. And it sounds great. Sounds great. This is way better than where we're going now. We address problems. We address bad emotions, bad experiences, bad memories. We address them and they go away. How can we have not learned this yet? How can we think that shoving it down there and being quiet and ignoring it and just being positive, flowers and rainbows and unicorns is the way to make, no, that's a way for other people around you to feel better. That's like, I don't want to deal with it, or I don't want to deal with my problems, It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You're talking about you. Ignore you. Ignore your past. Ignore your feelings. Ignore this. No. We tend to shove things down so far, it's hard to surface again. It's hard to bring it up again. It's hard to be aware and notice it. And a professional helps you do that, period. This is Robert Firestone's way of doing it. Sounds pretty good. Anybody else has done this or knows about it, can you let us know down in the comments section? And can you please let us know what you think of it? Jennifer, if you've done this already, you're doing it in the process, let us know how it goes. Because, share things that work. That's what this channel is all about. And that's it, guys. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Happy Monday. Try to enjoy your week. Be good to yourself. Raise your heart rate and love yourself first. Okay? I'll see you guys Monday. Ask questions. Bye.